I'm Marina Adshade. I am an economist at the University of British Columbia, and I specialize in the economics of sex and love. In the last year or so, I've been writing on sex robots and how having access to that kind of technology is going to change the way that people have their relationships. I'm particularly interested in how sex robots changes marriage. But today we're talking about sex doll brothels. The first thing to note is that these dolls are not robots, not in any sense of the word. So while if you go on the website for the brothel, they say that the dolls are chatty and energetic and love to take control. One of them is available for dinner dates. There's no conversation going on. And it's likely the dolls aren't even heated to body temperature. So they really are just large silicone dolls. But you know, they're interesting because the technology is coming where they will be robots that have way more functionality than we have now, that perform way more of the functions that you could have if you were having an intimate relationship with another human being. I think that the sex doll brothels are appealing to people, particularly to people whose alternative is to buy sex on the traditional sex market, in the sense that they're probably safer. You're less likely to get a sexually transmitted disease. I think that for men who are worried that they're going to be arrested, the Canadian laws on prostitution actually very specifically say that prostitution is sex with a person. It doesn't say anything about sex with technology, so they're probably not in violation of those laws. And then the final thing is, for anybody who's worried that women are being exploited, they don't have any of those concerns with a sex doll robot. I think that whether or not this will take off really depends on the dolls themselves. The technology is pretty primitive at the moment, so I think that people will be a little bit disappointed. They're expensive. You know, the price, $90 for half an hour, you're paying the same price as you would probably pay to be with a real live sex worker. They're kind of marketing themselves more towards a market where men don't want to be controlled. They don't want to have any limitations. But of course, it's a doll. So there's limitations anyway. And they can't perform many of the functions that a real life sex partner could perform. They're completely unanimated. And so then finally, you know, is this desirable? Is this safe? Do we think that we're going to have more of these? Yes, yes. Will the city restrict them? I would think that that's very likely that they'll try. So we'll have to wait and see. I'm not a lawyer, so I can't really speak to that. I think that they do have a bit of an uphill battle to fight, because I don't think that this is going to be popular. But we'll have to wait and see.